climbing. It's a sport that is so special. Finding creative ways to bring together this collective feeling and make it more inclusive is really important. I definitely had an unconventional introduction into climbing. My parents had no clue what it was. I would go to this one playground next to Rat Rock and was so intrigued. At Rat Rock, climbing is free. It's a public park that also gives room for this connection with people from totally different backgrounds. For my own personal trajectory, if climbing wasn't free at Central Park, I wouldn't be climbing because of the financial inaccessibility of it. This idea of doing something tangible in addressing some of these issues in climbing just came from having conversations with friends and people like Kyle and then Grayson about how we want to imagine climbing to be. And my personal journey does have something to do with it, especially given how serendipitous it felt. That's how RISE came into fruition. Currently, how RISE operates is that we host a few of these climbing festivals in a year. Our goal is to raise money and then funnel those funds to grassroots organizations that are fostering a safe space for people to enjoy rock climbing.
What is it we want to ask of them? Is it I just want to see you showing up in the gym?
I used to work in the criminal legal system. I found that a lot of folks who are justice system involved have negative relationships with the outdoors. And one of my motivations is to offset that twisted relationship and show people that you can really find healing within outdoors.
The very first project we did with ALL RISE happened here. We built a free climbing accessible space, which is in our front lobby. And then we created subsidized membership opportunities.
You guys find the 45 yet? No, I was thinking about coming yesterday.
I knew climbing was expensive, so I kind of held off from exploring it. You can just tell people here genuinely want you to be a part of it. So they were more than happy to be if you're broke, it's okay. We can hook you up. You can still climb here. And I was like, thank you so much.
It always comes back to how can we actually disrupt power? How can we show folks in the outdoor community what equity actually looks like?
When we set up RISE, we intentionally made the mission be very broad, and I think that just gives so much wiggle room as to what that can shape up to be. Our aim with RISE festivals is to make space for climbers of all levels to participate. Our ethos of the event itself is very experimental.
The first example of ALL RISE was really to be a party celebrating the effervescence of rock climbing. And we ended up creating this skate punk rock vibe. And it was fun to tie everybody's efforts into this central message of community uplifting.
We want this to be a place where people meet new ideas and new people and come together to become part of community. It's just making sure that there is space and room for alternative visions to coexist as we face this like turning point of the explosion of climbing.
We can't underestimate the power of human connection and doing really important, uplifting work so that other folks can benefit from it. To me, that's radical activism right there.
You feel like you're part of this social fabric where your well-being is mutually tied to someone else's. That type of social connection is very special and why All Rise exists at all.